Okay, good morning and welcome again, everybody. We are so happy and excited to have you here this morning. I'm seeing a lot of familiar names in the participants list, and I truly hope that there are some new members listening in this morning as well. My name is Bruce. I'll be conducting this morning's presentation. Like I said, we are excited to have you here, guys. We're going to run you through everything, talk a little bit, give you some backgrounds about the company, where it all started, what they do, and what they can do for you and how you can benefit out of becoming a part of this family. Okay, so yeah, we're going to start off with a quick introduction of the company. There's going to be a little video showing you what the facilities look like up in Kazakhstan. Before we start, I would just like to ask you guys, please keep your mics muted for the duration of the presentation. If you do have any questions, just put it in the chat box and I'll have a look at it afterwards. Okay, and yeah, it is a lot of information to take in, people, so write down any questions you might have, or what we can do is we can always just assist you again with the next presentation that will happen Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock. So without any further delays, let's get started. Let's start with this little video as I've mentioned, then the introduction, and then we'll get into the swing of things. Okay, so for all the new people on this morning who had no idea what they were looking at just now, people, that's the facility up in Kazakhstan, the mining facility. The white containers are actually what stores those machines. You saw the little computers, we call them the miners. They get stored into those white containers, and that's where they are kept safe, okay, from the weather and what else there can be. So a quick introduction, right? The company that we are a part of is called Mining City. Mining City is also affiliated with a company called MineBest. So MineBest, that's the CEO you can see on top, the EL, and this is the company that actually puts up all these mining facilities. They supply the technology and they put up all the infrastructure and everything, right? And then through a company like Mining City, which you can see the CEO there at the bottom is Greg, then Mining City gives me and you the opportunity to rent some hash rate through MineBest in order to mine Bitcoin and get rewarded for that on a daily basis. So if you are very active on social media, please feel free to go and look up and follow these two companies, MineBest and Mining City, to see what they do, what they're about, where they come from, and all the exciting things that is yet to come from both of these companies. Guys, first and foremost, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money. I'm simply here to introduce you or to show you an opportunity and a business that's been working for myself and thousands of people around the world. And if you are interested after the presentation, then we can assist you to get on board and to welcome you to our family in Mining City. So you might have recalled already that we are a Bitcoin mining company, right? So we mine Bitcoins and Bitcoin Vault. So what is Bitcoin? I'm not going to spend too much time on this, people, but in short, Bitcoin is a digital and global money system currency. So just like the rand and the dollar, Bitcoin is a currency. The only difference is it's all digitalized. So you will never have or hold a Bitcoin in your hand. It's all digitalized, guys, and as you know, we are already in the digital age, because we are already transacting on credit cards, debit cards, cell phone banking, online banking. Everything is becoming digitalized. And there's a lot of people that believe that in a couple of years from now, we will be a cashless society, okay? And we strongly believe that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies is the next step in the evolution of money. It is a peer-to-peer technology, which means I can send it from anywhere in the world to you and vice versa. All payments are recorded on a public ledger called the blockchain, and Bitcoin is called the cash for the internet. So also Bitcoins can be sent from anywhere in the world, as I've mentioned. No bank can block payments or close your account. which means that we are cutting out the middleman. Okay. Bitcoin is global and not affected by any single country's financial situation or stability. So what is Bitcoin mining? You heard us talk about the mining. You quickly saw in the introduction video what the mining facility looked like. Guys, the mining facility of MineBest is up in Kazakhstan, right, as I've mentioned. And there's a couple of good things that they have up there, and that's, to name three things, is constant power supply, cheap electricity, okay, and because of the colder weather, it helps them to not spend so much money cooling down those computers and those systems. So they've got a winning recipe for mining Bitcoin very profitably, and that is why it's so exciting to be, or to have the opportunity through Mining City in order for us to rent hash rate through MineBest in order to mine some Bitcoins. So those little computers that you saw there, what happens is that that computer gets a big code, a big number that goes into the computer, and then that computer needs to solve that code, okay? All mathematics, logarithms, and things like that. And the first computer that solves that code actually confirms the transaction, and when a transaction is confirmed, a new Bitcoin gets issued. And that is how Bitcoin, in essence, in short, gets created. Right. Okay, so guys, if you've ever wondered on how you can get your hands on some Bitcoin, there's a couple of ways that you can do that. What you see on the screen there is two of the most popular apps in South Africa, called Luno and Altcoin Trader. So Luno is a wallet, a crypto wallet, where Altcoin Trader is an exchange. And what a wallet is basically where you can store your cryptocurrency and your Bitcoin to keep it safe. Just like you have a bank account for your fiat, so you have a wallet for your crypto. Right. So what you can do then is you can actually go and download Luno, and there's also another app called VALR. You can actually go and download it from your app store. You go and register. It's a very quick process. And once you have registered, you go there, you take their bank account details, and you make it a beneficiary in your bank account. Once it is a beneficiary, you then transfer your money into Luno, and in Luno you can then purchase some Bitcoin. And now you are a proud owner of some Bitcoin. Congratulations, guys. It's as easy as that. Okay. They typically call this process buy and hold, because what a lot of people do is they actually go and they buy Bitcoin through Luno. They hold the Bitcoin until the price goes up, and then they sell it for a profit. Okay, which is not bad because you can make a lot of money from it, but here is where we see the challenge in that. So if you buy and hold, and you buy Bitcoin today at 165,000 Rand per Bitcoin, okay, so if you have the money and you buy one Bitcoin, and now the price goes up to 100 or 300,000 Rand per coin, right, and you sell. Now you've made a good profit of close to almost 140,000 Rand, okay, but guys, think about it, you are now basically almost out of the game. Because in order for you to afford your next Bitcoin, you're either going to have to wait for the price to drop substantially, or you're going to have to use some of your profits to actually buy more Bitcoin, right? And that is why we say mining Bitcoin is the better option, so much more profitable, and there's so much more benefits in mining Bitcoin, right? Because if you do mine Bitcoin, what happens is you accumulate coin on a daily basis. So you rent your hash rate through MineBest, through their mining facilities. So what is hash rate, guys? Hash rate is very important when it comes to mining Bitcoin. That is the speed at which the computer actually mines Bitcoin, right? So the higher the hash rate, the quicker the system is, and the more Bitcoin gets mined. Okay, so just to clear that up, you can actually go and read up upon it. So we have the opportunity to rent some hash rate through MineBest, and that hash rate then gives you daily mining rewards, and you accumulate Bitcoin and Vault on a daily basis. So the whole idea behind this, guys, is that if you start mining today, okay, and you accumulate coin, a year from now you will have a lot more coin than what you initially started with. And also the price by then might be a lot higher, so your coin will be worth much more. So if you can mine a couple of coins over the next 3, 4 to 5 years, and the Bitcoin price, let's say, might be sitting on 300,000 or 500,000 Rand per coin, well, that is where the benefit is, and that is how you can actually make a lot of money. Right. So our company specializes in two products, mainly Bitcoin that was launched in 2008. It's been around for about 12 years, guys. And then the super coin that we are currently mining called Bitcoin Vault. It was launched the end of 2019 in November. Okay, so it's a couple of months old now, but Vault has been performing extremely well. And for those of you who are familiar with Bitcoin, you will know that over the 12 years, Bitcoin has always exceeded its all-time high when it came to price, okay? So although it also fluctuates and it does have its ups and downs, the overall trend shows only an increase in price. And that's the benefit. The only difference here is that a lot of us missed the opportunity back in 2010 or between the period of 2008 and 2012, where we actually should have bought a couple of Bitcoin. And then by the end of 2016, when the price went up, we would have been millionaires. Okay, but not to worry about that. Doesn't help to cry over spilled milk. Vault now gives me and you the same opportunity to get in where people used to get in 10 years back with Bitcoin. Just to give you a quick overview, when Vault was launched end of November, it was launched for $1, right? It's currently sitting on close to $280 per coin. So that's where the magic happens. So just for your information, guys, we're just going to do a quick comparison between the two coins, especially for the new people. Okay, so we will talk about Bitcoin and we will talk about Vault. So both of the coins will have the exact same amount of coin mined in his lifetime, 21 million. There will only be 21 million coins to be mined in his lifetime. Here's where the difference comes in, right? Bitcoin has already mined about 18 million. He has about 3 million left, although the last coin will only be mined in the year 2140. So how does that work? How do we get to that equation? Well, so every 4 years with Bitcoin, there's an event called the halving. So what the halving means is that the amount of Bitcoin that gets generated in the block every 10 minutes, every 4 years that gets cut in half. So before the halving in May, every 10 minutes the block delivered 12.5 Bitcoins. And then when the halving occurred, that was cut in half. And now where we sit today, every 10 minutes there's only 6.25 Bitcoin generated every 10 minutes in the block. Okay, so what happens is every 4 years Bitcoin gets scarcer. The scarcer it gets, the higher the demand. The higher the demand, obviously that drives the price, or one of the factors that drives the price at least. When it comes to Vault, exactly the same. 21 million coins. The biggest difference there, guys, it will be halved every 6 months. And the reason for that is they want Vault to catch up with the Bitcoin price within the next 5 years' time or so. So it's a very aggressive approach. The way the coin has been performing up until now, it's well on its way to actually achieve that. Okay, and that is why everyone is ranting and raving about Vault currently. It is a long-term store of value. Vault will be one of the few coins or only coins out there that can actually allow you to reverse a transaction within 24 hours. Okay. And although Vault has got a lower price per coin currently, it does yield so much more higher rewards for its miners. So, guys, how do you get into the business? How can you rent some hash rate through Minebase facilities via Mining City? Okay, so these are the packages that you can look at. This is for Bitcoin. We will start off with Bitcoin first. And these are the entry-level packages. So you've got your primary for $300, your standard for $600, and your bronze for $1,200. What you will get is 1,100 days worth of mining, which is about 3 years. But we're also going to tell you how that becomes for the rest of your life, okay? Then you will start mining 10 days after your purchase. So if you purchase your package today, your hash rate, okay, 10 days from today, you will start mining and you will get rewards daily out of your miner. At the bottom is just some technical information. What type of a miner we're using is an M21S Watts miner. And there you can see the hash rate that I spoke about. This is what is so important. As I've mentioned, this is the speed at which the computer mines the Bitcoin, and the higher your hash rate, the higher your rewards. Okay. So as you can see, if you take a higher package, your terahash picks up as well. Guys, then at the bottom, there's some binary points, which we'll talk about later. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. So let's just skip to the next slide. So obviously you might be thinking now, so what do I get back in return for renting the hash rate from the company? Well, this is what you can be looking at, guys. On a primary, you can look at about $7 monthly, standard $13, bronze $25. These are estimated pricing, okay? The reason we say estimated is because remember, the rand dollar, as the rand dollar fluctuates, so does the Bitcoin price as well. And although that doesn't seem like a lot of money, guys, if you actually go and sit and work it out, you'll see it's about 4 times more than any bank will give you if you had to invest the same amount of money. Right. Okay. So now let's look at our top packages that we get. It's the silver for $2,400, the gold for $4,200, and then the platinum for $12,600. Everything is exactly the same. You get 3 years worth of mining, and you start mining 10 days after. And this is what you can be looking at regarding the rewards that you can earn on a monthly basis. So $50 on the silver package, estimated at about $86 for gold, and then $280 for platinum. Now there's something you need to keep in mind. This is according to the current Bitcoin price. Okay, guys, so what's going to happen is if the Bitcoin price goes up to 20,000 or 30,000 US dollars, okay, those returns of yours will also then multiply by about 3 or 4 times. So you will earn 2 to 3 or 4 times what you are seeing on the screen there. So that's what you need to keep in mind. That's where the magic is. And remember, there are people predicting $100,000 Bitcoin price in the next 5 years. And then there are others predicting a $1 million Bitcoin price in the next 10 years. So when price gets to that, me and you and all of us at least want to own some Bitcoin or have some Bitcoin in our pockets. All right, so that was Bitcoin, guys. Now let's look at our super coin, Vault. Right, the exciting one. Guys, Bitcoin will always be a good investment, okay? But for now, Vault is the guy making all the noises. So as you can see there, on Bitcoin, your returns on your primary package was close to about $7. Guys, on Vault, you can be looking at close to about $50 monthly on the rewards you get from that miner. Okay, so that's about 10 times more than any bank will give you for that same money if you have to go and invest it. And that's about 7 times more than the Bitcoin is mining currently. So you can see why we are excited about Vault. You can see why everyone is now currently renting some Vault hash rate, and why we are smiling every day when we check our bank accounts. So the standard $95 estimated monthly, and the bronze $180. Guys, once again, estimated pricing. There are factors that impacts these prices. We just want to give you an idea of what you can expect from your rewards if you do rent that hash rate. Okay. Now our top 3 packages when it comes to Vault: the silver, the gold, and the platinum. Guys, and that's what you can be looking at. As you can see, the hash rate is much higher there, and that is why your rewards are also much higher. So silver, you can be looking at $300 to $350, gold $600 to $650, and platinum an astounding $2,000 on a monthly basis. So I hope for the new guys listening in, you are ready. We have your attention and you are excited, guys, because if you are not excited about this, I don't know what will excite you. This is an extremely good opportunity, something that's on the table at the moment, and there is no other opportunity that I know of or business that you can actually make back the money that you put in within the next 4 to 5 months. And from there, earn profits for the rest of your life. Okay. So I hope it is clear. I hope you understand. So let's move forward. And it's just a screenshot, guys, and I need to remind you that this is very all right. So within 5 months, this specific account with business building, which we'll talk about later, has accumulated 117 Bitcoin Vault coins. Okay, 117 Bitcoin Vault coins. At that stage, it was worth about $14,400, right? If you work it out on the current price, it's going to be close to, I think, about $25,000 or $30,000 for that same coins. And that account has actually grown by now, so you can imagine what is sitting in there currently. So just to show you what the potential is and what is currently happening and what people are actually achieving in this business. Then something that's coming our way very soon, they're busy testing it, is crypto debit cards. Okay, guys, so where this is going to be beneficial to us is that currently when you become part of the Mining City family, right, you need to then take your Bitcoins out of your Mining City back office, transfer it to your Luno account, okay, then convert it to rands and send it back to your bank. That's how you get your money out. It's a quick and easy process once you have everything set up. But when the cards arrive, it's going to be a game changer. Because what's going to happen now is you're going to transfer your Bitcoin directly from your back office to this card, and then you can swipe this card anywhere and pay for your transactions. And the beauty behind it is that you can use it internationally, and it will actually convert your Bitcoins in there to the currency of the country that you are in. Okay, right. People, please just keep your mics muted for the duration of the presentation. We will open them up later on. So guys, if you want to own a miner, if you want to rent some hash rate, okay, you decide which plan you want to go for, which hash rate you want to rent. You will start mining in 10 days time. You will get paid daily. It's 100% passive income. There's no maintenance plan, and you pay once and never again. Unless if you want to upgrade your package, which you can do either from the money that you are currently making, or you can pay it out of your pocket, or if you want to purchase or buy more plans. You can buy as many plans as you want. Right. Okay, I hope that was clear, guys. I hope you understand. I hope we got you excited, because that was the first half of the business and the first half of the presentation. So there's a second side of the business as well. Let me quickly take you through that. Please note that this is not compulsory. You decide if it's something that you want to go into. But if I can make a suggestion, guys, you will be foolish not to look at this. There's not an easier way or a better way to make money and to make lots of money than building your business. Okay, so this is the building your business side. It's your typical network marketing, guys. So there's an opportunity, an additional opportunity for you to earn even more money. This is all over and above your mining rewards. Okay, so what can you expect from building a business? 5 different income streams. So 5 additional income streams: full share bonuses, $200 binary bonus, $10 team matching bonus. There are repurchases, and there's also ranks in the company. Okay, so let's start with the full share bonuses. What happens here? If you decide you want to become part of our family, okay, and you own a Bitcoin miner, and you tell people about it because you are excited, you are making money, and you want other people to make money as well, and they decide to rent some hash rate through Minevest, you will then get rewarded 5% of the package value of the first 5 people that you bring into the business. Okay, so the first 5 people that come in under your referral link, they will automatically be placed in your team A. And for those 5 people, as I've mentioned, you will be rewarded 5% of the value of their package. Then from the 6th person onwards, okay, to infinity, you will get rewarded 10% of the value of the package that they actually rent through Mining City. So if they take a gold package of $4,200, that same evening you will have $420 in your back office wallet. Right. Okay, and what the system also requires, you see these little guys with the yellow overalls, okay? They are not safety officers. We call them business builders. They are people like myself and the rest of my team who actually go out there, we build the business, we tell people about this amazing opportunity, and we make a living out of it. And the system requires you to have at least 1 builder in your team A and 1 builder in your team B. Right, so that's your full share bonuses. Now let's move on to your binary tree. So people, this is what your structure looks like. It's like any other binary tree or organizational organogram out there, okay? So you are the CEO of your business, you sit on top, right? And below you, you've got your board of directors, your managers, and your workers, right? Because that's how this works. Okay. Guys, so what this is this is your binary tree. As I've mentioned, you've got your left leg and your right leg. And what you want to achieve here is what we call a cycle. So a cycle rewards you with $200, okay? So how do you achieve a cycle? So in order for you to achieve $200, the system requires for you to have 5 credits on your left-hand side and 5 credits on your right hand side. Now where does the credits come from? If you look at the top here, okay, on the top right of your screen, you will see those are the different packages, and there are a certain amount of credits associated with each package. So to make it easier to explain, we will talk about the gold package, which gives you 7 credits. So if we talk about the top structure, yourself and your first 2 people below you, right? So if you happen to bring in a gold package on your left-hand side and a gold package on your right-hand side, those 7 credits will work its way to the top, okay? And that evening, the system will come automatically. It will take the 5 and the 5 that it requires. You will be left with a balance of 2 on each side, and that evening you will generate a $200 cycle, okay? And you start then again accumulating credits until you get enough for your next cycle. So another example to tell you how this works, guys, you see the little gold guy here at the bottom. We call it a spillover, okay? So let's say your upline, someone like myself, comes and we place a gold package in your structure here below you. See what happens to those 7 credits. That 7 credits goes up to the guy on the top. It sits on his right-hand side. The person on top of him goes to his left-hand side, and it ends up on your left-hand side as well. So as long as you are in that structure, doesn't matter if it's 100 levels deep, if someone places a platinum there, those 21 credits will work its way up from the bottom to the top. And that's the magic of the company. That is how everyone helps everyone else to succeed and generate these $200 cycles. Okay, guys, you're not alone in the business. We all work together. The better we work together, the more everyone benefits. Right, because as you can see, the credits benefits everyone. Doesn't matter who you bring into the system. Now, a lot of the times what happens is when people see the binary tree, they immediately associate it with a pyramid scheme. So let me tell you a couple of differences from Mining City and your typical pyramid scheme. Your typical pyramid scheme is the guy sitting on top here that makes all the money, right? Although this person does benefit out of all the credits, okay? If he just sits back and waits for the team to work in order to gain credits, and you have someone at the right-hand side at the bottom here, and that person actually goes out and he builds the business, okay? And he brings in people, and he earns extra commissions and cycles and all of those kinds of things. The person sitting at the bottom here can be earning more money than the guy sitting on the top. So that is the biggest difference, guys. This is a referral company, and you get rewarded for referring people here, okay? I hope that is clear, guys. Cycles are extremely exciting. You can ask the people who's been in the business for some time. Every night, if you see there's a cycle coming through, you get very excited, because for our people in South Africa, $200 is close to about 3,400 Rand. Okay. And the other magic behind it is that you can cycle more than once on a daily basis. Depending on your ranking, which we'll talk about later, if you are a citizen, it means that you need to have at least a standard package and above. You're a citizen, guys, then you can cycle up to 4 times daily, which is $800 on a daily basis. So please, people, understand, I'm not saying you are going to make $800 every day. It all depends how hard you want to work the system, how big your team is growing, but that is the potential there is. And that is why it also benefits you climbing the ranks. Because as you can see there, the higher you go up in rank, the more cycles you can actually generate on a daily basis. And if you look at the top rank in the company, the governors can actually cycle 14 times on a day. That's $2,800 on a daily basis. Guys, and believe me, the people sitting on those ranks are already achieving that on a daily basis. They are making and earning a lot of money out of the business. Okay. Right. Binary team matching bonuses, how does that work? Guys, so let's say you sit with 5 credits on your left, but you only sit with 4 credits on your right, which means you need an additional 1 credit in order to cycle, correct? Then your upline, someone like me, comes. I see you only require 1 credit for a cycle, and I go and I put a standard package in that leg of yours, and you then generate the cycle, which means I assisted you, and the company rewards me with an extra $10 for assisting a team member to cycle. So if you happen to assist 3 team members to cycle, that same evening you have a bigger problem because you have more money in your pocket, and you will be rewarded with an additional $30 for that day. Right, so that's your third income stream when building the business. Then guys, repurchases. So once you have rent your hash rate and you have your miner that's mining for you, you have an option to go and set that miner on a certain percentage of repurchases. A good rule of thumb in the company is 20%. So what happens then is, if you put it on a 20% repurchase, okay, and let's talk about the primary package just for the sake of the exercise, the primary $300. If you put it on a 20% repurchase, it means that 80% of your rewards comes to your wallet and 20% actually goes back into the system. It basically gets reinvested, and some of the money is used by the company for upgrades and maintenance of the facility. That's how the company also makes some of its money, right? But that 20% that goes back into the system, once it has accumulated to 1% of your package value, so the $300 package, once it's accumulated to 1%, which is $3, your team A will be rewarded with 10%, that's 30 cents, and your team B 20%, which is 60 cents. It doesn't sound like a lot of money, guys. As you can see there, the higher your package, the more your team A and team B will earn. But as your structure grows and your team gets bigger, you can be sitting with a couple of pages of this on a daily basis. If you then start adding up cents and $1 and $2, it once again becomes a lot of money. Okay, so that's how the repurchases work. Another thing on the repurchase, guys, and this is what I spoke about in the beginning of the presentation. Remember when I said we will show you how you will mine for the rest of your life. Okay. So once that repurchase has accumulated to 1% of your package value, the system automatically opens up for you an additional mining share of 1,100 days. So it means that you get an extra 3 years worth of mining. So guys, the best I can explain it is, if you leave your miner on 0% for the next 3 years, after 3 years your contract will expire, okay, or your renting that hash rate will expire, you will have to rent a new plan. You will have to buy in again. If you keep it on a certain percentage of repurchase, then the system will open up for you an additional share every 2 months or so. So every 2 or 3 months or so, you can earn an additional 3 years worth of mining, which means within a year, you can be sitting with 10 or 15 years worth of mining. And that is why we say you will mine for the rest of your life. A once-off investment, okay, don't want to call it an investment, but if we can talk like that, a once-off investment that you will make back in about 4 to 5 months in order to mine for the rest of your life. Now, if that's not a good deal, I don't know what is, guys. If that doesn't get you excited, once again, then you need to let me know what excites you in life. So I hope it's clear. I hope you understand, because I know a lot of people always has questions regarding repurchases. At the end of the day, you will benefit because your mining will continue forever. Okay, good. We are almost done. We're just going to talk about the rankings and then we're going to wrap things up, guys. So the ranks in the company, as I mentioned to you, if you purchase a standard or you rent standard hash rate, package hash rate, okay, and above, you automatically become a citizen. In order for you then to become a city builder, you need to sponsor 5 citizens and have a $12,000 sales volume. Now, before you get scared and worried, that $12,000, it's not you alone that needs to achieve that. It's you and your team. So everything your team and your structure does below you accumulates to your sales volume as well. You benefit out of that. So you need to sponsor 5 citizens and have the $12,000. In order then to become a city developer, you need to have 3 city builders in your team and a total sales volume of about $60,000. Guys, so in essence, how this works is, in order for you to be promoted to the next rank, 3 of your team members in your team needs to at least jump to the next rank as well. So as they jump to the next rank, 3 of your team members, so you will be promoted to your next rank. Okay. So you get the drift. So there's your city manager, your city chief manager, and your city mayor. Okay. As you can see, now the sales volumes become extremely high. So we've got a lot of people already on these ranks. Guys, these are people that's not sitting back. They work the system. They work the business. They put 14 to 16 hours a day into this. They coach their teams. They teach them how to duplicate what they know, and that is how they get to the $300,000 or $2 million sales volumes. And as you can see, your city mayor needs to have 3 city chief managers and $10 million in sales volume. Right. Okay. Then we have our our best of the best, our governors, and your governor has got 3 city mayors and $100 million worth of sales. So guys, as you can imagine, this guy isn't sitting backwards. This person isn't sitting backwards waiting for things to come his way. He's building, he's got a big team, they are building, they are expanding, and that is how he can sit on that sales volume. And we already have governors in our business, right? So how does the ranks get rewarded? Guys, yes, like in any company, I hope, and the company that you work for, hopefully when you do good work and a good job, you get rewarded for it. Okay, so when you become a builder, they will pay you out $100 in Bitcoin. Okay, so will they pay you out in Bitcoin to the equivalent of $100 into your back office. When you become a developer, it's $250, and then from manager onwards, things are getting very, very exciting, especially for the South African people, because when it comes to US dollar and rand, we know that it makes up a lot of money. So a manager gets rewarded $3,500 US, okay, and also gets a Mindbest Smile S1 phone. Guys, it's a very unique phone. It was actually created by one of the CEOs of the companies, right? And when you have one of these in your possession, there's something unique that no one else in the world will ever own. Okay. Chief managers gets rewarded either $50,000 US, or they can decide to take a vehicle to the value of that amount. So here we've got a Mercedes-Benz E-Class. So it's your decision. Do you want the cash or do you want the car? A mayor gets $100,000 US, or a Mercedes-Benz S-Class or any other car to the value of that. Okay, and then your governors, a nice $350,000 US check, or an apartment to the same value anywhere in the world. You can decide. If you don't want the cash, you decide where you want an apartment, and you will get rewarded with that to the same value. Guys, so once again, this is amazing. I don't know if any other companies out there that reward their people the way that Mining City does. Okay, and I'm going to leave something up to the imagination, but I'm going to give you an idea that these people are 6 to 7 figure earners on a monthly basis. Okay, from your managers upwards, 6 to 7 figures on a monthly basis, right? So you can go and think about that, let your mind race a bit, and yeah, that should give you the potential of what people can earn through this business and by building the business. We've got a lot of good testimonials, people who actually turned around their lives within weeks and months of becoming part of the company. Okay, once again guys, if it can work for someone else, it can work for you, but it all depends how hard you are willing to work for it, right? Guys, and that's basically us. So I'll leave you with a question. What is your picture of a wealthy life? All of us has got a different idea of what wealth really is. I don't know what it means to you. Okay, so when you decide to start building your business, and as I mentioned, you can decide to just mine. You can mine, you will get paid daily, which will make up a monthly figure. In a couple of years time from now, you will have a lot of money considering the amount of Bitcoin you have in your wallets and the price at that stage. But if you want to decide to build a business, the potential is unlimited. It all depends on, do you want to make an extra 5,000 a month, 5 grand a month, an extra 100,000 a month, or are you one of those guys that look at the bigger picture and say, but if someone else can do it, why can't I also earn R1 million on a monthly basis? Okay. All depends on you. You decide how much time and effort you want to put in. If you teach your teams and you listen to your upline and see how they do the business and duplicate what they do, the sky is the limit. Right. Guys, thank you so much once again. That's the end of the presentation.